So let's talk about the curriculum. And when I think of the curriculum, I think of this sheet. And all you need to see right now is that that sheet is gold and green. Half of it's gold and half of it's green. The first half is the theological synthesis part of our curriculum. And the second half is the pastoral synthesis part of our curriculum. In the theological synthesis phase, which is the first 3 semesters, we focus on 3 skills. First, synthesis, seeing the big picture. What is the Trinity? What is marriage? What is the Eucharist? In addition to that, analysis, the ability to understand each of the component parts and how they relate to the big picture. How does St. Thomas talk about processions, relations, and persons in the Trinity? What are the res tantum, sacramentum tantum, and res et sacramentum of the sacraments? What are the basic stages of the spiritual life? And third, development, understanding how the big picture and the component parts come together over time. How does Christology develop across the ecumenical councils? Why does it take so long for the Church to formally define the 7 sacraments? What was involved in defining the Marian dogmas? In the theological synthesis stage, we do approximately 80% theory, focused on these 3 skills, and 20% application. It's not that we don't do application at all. It's just that we aren't as focused on application as we will be later. You might say it's like the first 2 years of medical school. Lots of time in the books, clinical application later. In the pastoral synthesis stage, we focus on adding 2 things to the theological synthesis. Okay, now you understand the church teaching. Good for you. Can you apply it pastorally? And at that point, we involve 2 additional skills. First, awareness. Are you aware of how people struggle to understand church teaching? And are you aware of how people struggle to live church teaching? And then creativity. What kind of creative solutions do you bring to addressing people's struggles? Can you build a bridge to where people are, and then build a bridge from where they are to all that Jesus wants for them? In the pastoral synthesis stage of the curriculum, we do about 50% theory and 50% application. Again, it's like medical school. Now you're ready to apply this in a clinical, or in this case, pastoral situation. You need perfect clarity about church teaching, and our curriculum provides that. You also need great awareness of where people are, great creativity in building bridges, and great patience in walking with people through the process. Our curriculum provides that as well. So that's a framework: theological synthesis, pastoral synthesis. Synthesis, analysis, and development, awareness, and creativity. It doesn't fit every detail of every course, but I found it helpful for how I teach courses because I have an eye on where this course fits into the overall map. And it's also helpful for how I explain things to students. They have a map of where they are and where they're headed. Our faculty are really good at walking seminarians through the content and the skills of the curriculum in a developmental way, so that when they reach ordination, they have all these pieces in place. At Kenrick-Glennon Seminary, we have an eye on that in our theological curriculum.